Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about what if your challenge or the difficulty that you're facing right now are the building block to your success or fulfilling your purpose in this world. Like often that we're facing difficulties in life, and the feelings that we get from the difficulty itself are the most unbearable thing that we can have. Right? If I ask you, you will basically say, mostly will say yes. Okay, 80% or 90%. If it wasn't true, like, you won't be watching this video. So I'm going to explain why we need to go through the phase of feeling uncertainty and the threat that we might feel that we are going to face. There's something bad is going to happen if I do this and that. And how can we go through that? Like, what mindset should we put in order to go through all of that challenge in life? So we as a human are very, very fearful of pain, right? We are afraid of the pain from falling down, getting the wounds. It takes time to heal, and then you have to step out again. But think again, when you first started to walk, right, this is a simple analogy of how lives work. When you are learning how to walk, right, maybe you don't even remember why and how you learn how to walk. But each time you fall, without getting out, without getting over the feeling of fear for the pain, you're not going to learn how to walk. So that means it's necessary to fall when you try to progress in life overall. You're going to experience new things in life. You're going to take chances, which will lead to risk-taking. And it is going to build up your character when you try to make yourself do that more often. What do I mean? So when you have the confidence by choosing what you do, that is taking risks, that is falling down, you are more robust. That means that you are hard to beat down. Like you are not giving up. Like it builds you become a person of resilience. You can go through things in life and without wanting to give up. Through embracing the pain or the process of waiting, right, which is the hardest, right? When you don't see the result and you have to wait and I don't know when will it happen, when will I be seen, or when will I be success or be succeeding in what I do. There's no way to figure out how it happens. But with those training, you put yourself on stress, just like you are a kid, right? You learn how to walk and then you fall down, you get wounded, you get cut, you get hurt, but you stand up. And that is how life works. It works through growing. But without pain and without failure, there's no growing. Like growing will not happen. or grow will not happen in your life is if you are afraid of the pain that comes with it. So think about the tree again. Right? If there's plenty of seeds that planting on the same ground, every seed at the ground that are on the same ground are going to fight for their life to survive. And the one that survive, that thrive, are usually the one that are more resilient to stress. Okay, so that's why they overtake, they conquer all of their difficulties, their challenge, and grow up as a tree. And how is the others doing? Like how will the other seed end up? Because of they are not resilient enough, they are not having that chance to outgrow other tree, they are likely going to die. That is what nature tend to like side onto. Like nature is unpredictable. Nature is anti-fragile. What I mean by anti-fragile, just mean that when you go through something and it's giving you a hard time, it's giving you challenge that you need to go through to pass that test. And you are either going to anti-fragile, which is being more resilient to challenge, to growth, or you are going to give up, you're just staying there and don't do anything, which is most of us will do. Staying there, looking at a thing happen, or looking at the dreams that once you have slowly disappear or slowly drift away because your life is drifting away. So as you can see, if you stay on the same path, you are going to drift away in life. You are going to waste your time. So the afraid of the pain is the main culprit of growth. Because pain is so like physical, right? We feel it now and we think that that is the most important thing. I feel the pain and then I just hide and I wait and the pain will not find me. And the more that, okay, this is the negative thing about running away. So if you are not doing the things that you're supposed to do, that means falling down and getting up and learn, you will live an unpurposeful life. And purposeful life means that you won't feel satisfied or you won't be able to experience life that God has to put into your life, because you are not accepting the challenge, you are not accepting this is as a part of journey. It's a part of becoming who you really meant to be. When you are not embracing that, you just, because God gives us will to choose what we want to do. And if we're running away from the challenge, the test that we should have been doing, we'll be stuck in our life. And this is not because God doesn't love us or He is not trying to help us. It's because He loves us, so He gives us choice to choose whatever we want to do. Right? So that is the love of God. That's what I think, the love of God. So all of those arguments about, okay, God let this happen to this country or what, it's not arguable in my personal thought. Okay, so each of every one of us can choose to believe in him or not, and we'll go from there. But our life is often have to build on anti-fragile. Means that you have to become more unbreakable. The more unbreakable you are when facing challenge, and accept that the challenge is the way to live, you are going to meet your true potential, like which is limitless. You don't want to set any limit on your potential, right? Because you want to see how far you can go. Maybe this is not for everyone. Not everyone wants to see their full potential. Not everyone wants to grind through and get hurt and get burned and recover with the scar and go again. But to live a fulfilled life, that must be done. Right? There's no way to go around. There's no way that you sit here and do nothing. You will get food on your table. Right? That's plain, simple logic. You're not making your food, you're going to be hungry. Right? You're not putting your faith into work, you're not going to live and survive and become better, right? So to go through that, accepting and being in a challenge, it's going to lead you to the path that you really, really meant to be heading. Right? You want to head to something great. You want to be achieving things in your life. So maybe right now you have a question. Right? I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to do in my life. I don't have any direction, or there's so many consequences that happen to manipulate me in order for me to not doing the things that I'm supposed to do, or I'm in a hard situation to decide what to do, and I accept the predictable outcome, and I am not accepting what is unpredictable because it's not safe, it's not going to make me feel safe. Right? Every one of us, I understand that we want to feel safe, we want to have a organized life, like things is going to be like linear. This is going to be like, okay, when I get the car, so second I will get a house, and then third I will get a wife, and finally I have kids. Right? An organized life may make you feel good, make you feel secure, but it's going to drain you. Right? Because you always try to force things to happen, so you are going in the way that you want to be. Today's topic is going to be, you're going to let go what the society thinks that is important, which I say, like to get this and this and this until you get your own child or kids. Get rid of that feeling of wanting to have that, and to be able to grow to the challenge. Like when facing challenge, you have open hands because you know that life is always unpredictable. Right? Mother Nature will always have a way to eliminate something in order to make something to survive. Right? Just like a African jungle, right? If there's a lion in Africa, the things will become like real smooth. Okay, the lion will eat the deer or whatever that he can hunt, so that the deer or things that he eat or his usual diet will not be overpopulated. Right? It keeps the things balanced. Why I say like balance? Maybe when you are populated with deers, with zebras, right? All the trees the leaf will be eaten by those grass-eating animals. So there will be not enough food for them. In turn, they will not survive. But if the lion eats the zebra or the deer, things become balanced. Everyone have their own unlimited food supply because of the food chain, right? We fulfill the food chain in the right way. We don't control like the lion will eat the zebra or not, right? We don't go and intervene them because it's nature that, okay, the strong will eat the weak, and then goes on and on. So when we don't interrupt growth in human, we are much more robust. We are much more resilient to challenge, and we are much more become a better and happier person, because when we accept things with open hands, we're usually more open-minded. We're usually more open to solution. We think out of the box. We think clearly because of we are not close up to our own solution only. Like we will receive ideas from other people. We will go to the challenge, and then we fail the challenge, and then we learn from the challenge. And then in turn, we become better at those areas of our life. So by not taking challenge means that you never have to face those problems. And when is the time that you can't avoid that problem anymore, you have to face it, you don't have the ability to do so because no experience, and there's no wisdom from that thing if you learn from there. So it will be much painful for that person that don't want to learn, right? And sadly, I see like most people, when they face challenge and they avoid the challenge for many years, and they come back to them, because I believe that every challenge is a test that we must pass. And many years later, the problem visited them, and when there comes the times that it's not avoidable anymore, and he or she must face the consequences of running away from it. Maybe they get older, they have less energy, they have less resource, and maybe they are sick and have some physical disability that they can't really overcome that problem anymore. Right? When we are old, many things will happen. But the saddest thing is when we are old, and then all of that problem that we are running away from coming back, and then we are unprepared for that. We are still haven't get over that problem, and we feel hopeless, we feel depressed. And those persons that feel that, they are actually ending their life in misery. They are regretting, they have depression and dementia, or they have like issue with their mental health, because all the things that they haven't really done that they must do in order to complete their life. So to not suffer in these consequences, we must open up our mind to accept challenge as part of our life. It is a crucial part to growing up and fulfill our promise here. Like, think of that, you have a goal to reach, you have a purpose to who you become, and you answer the call, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then at the end of your life, you are free. You are free from all those why I didn't do this, why I didn't do that, and why I'm here regretting, why this person that I need to forgive, I haven't really forgive them yet because of the challenge that I have within me. Okay, it's making me hard to forgive them. And all of those regret coming in when you are almost time to leave this world. Imagine how painful is that. Imagine how miserable is that going to be. At the opposite, you finish all of your tasks, you give all of your energy and emotion into being the best version of yourself, answering the calling of God to you, fulfilling the purpose. You will feel bliss, you will feel complete, and you feel that you haven't wasted any time in this world to experience what He has for you. So which ending we want in our life? I think that's all I want to share for today. I hope you guys can get the meaning of this video and the meaning of problems and obstacles. What are the parts they play in our life, and how important it is to receive that purpose, receive that the need of growing. So when we accept the need of growing up, the need of, like I said, evolution, we are upgrading ourselves to become that person that's ready for any challenge that we need to face in our life. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace.